The Kansas City Chiefs have already been aggressive in free agency this offseason, but it feels like they're not done yet. There are still a couple of key positions that need attention. One move in particular could immediately elevate the wide receiver room, while another could create a massive domino effect across the entire defense. In today's video, we're going to break down those possibilities, look at the latest salary cap update for Kansas City, discuss why analysts keep mocking offensive tackles to the Chiefs at pick 9, and talk about some intriguing draft scenarios. But first, how about those Chiefs? Wide receiver still needs help. Even after bringing back Tyquan Thornton on a 2-year deal, the Chiefs' wide receiver room still feels incomplete. Right now, the core includes Rashee Rice, Xavier and Jalen Royal, all still on rookie contracts. But Kansas City could still use another reliable weapon. Meanwhile, Marquise Brown, also known as Hollywood Brown, has officially moved on. He recently signed a 1-year deal worth up to $6.5 million with the Philadelphia Eagles. He'll likely slot in behind A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith in Philadelphia's offense. However, Brown's time in Kansas City was unfortunately derailed by a preseason sternoclavicular dislocation, which sidelined him for most of the season. Then in 2025, the Chiefs dealt with a chaotic year offensively. Rice began the season suspended, Worthy suffered an injury early in Week 1, and the lack of a consistent running game added pressure to the passing attack. Still, Kansas City made improvements this offseason, especially by upgrading the running back room and bringing in a more experienced wide receivers coach. But even with those changes, another receiver could make a big difference. A free agent target the Chiefs should consider. One player that stands out is Jauan Jennings, formerly of the San Francisco 49ers. Jennings is a big-bodied receiver at 6 feet 3 inches, 212 pounds, and is proven he can make plays in critical situations. Last season he recorded 643 receiving yards, 9 touchdowns. 2 years ago, he nearly reached the 1,000-yard mark. Jennings excels in the short and intermediate passing game and could become a dangerous red zone weapon for Patrick Mahomes. He might not match Juju Smith-Schuster as a run blocker, but coming from a Kyle Shanahan offense means he's more than capable. More importantly, Jennings provides something Kansas City needs: reliability against man coverage. At 29 years old, he's not a long-term solution, but in the current free agency market filled with aging veterans, he could significantly raise the floor of the receiver room. And with each day that passes without Jennings signing elsewhere, his market value could drop, making him an even more realistic option for Kansas City. Salary cap update. Now let's talk about the salary cap situation. When Travis Kelce signed his new 1-year deal worth $12 million, up to $15 million with incentives, many fans were worried about the cap hit. But Kansas City structured the contract creatively. Kelce will only count about $4.89 million against the cap in 2026, with additional cap charges spread across 2027 and 2028 as dead money. In other words, it's a very team-friendly deal. Other recent signings include Omori Mercado, $1.2 million deal, only $550,000 guaranteed. Kader Kohou, $1.8 million fully guaranteed. Kansas City also added key players like Kenneth Walker III, Alohi Gilman, Khyiris Tonga. Despite earlier concerns, the Chiefs have found ways to manipulate the cap, something successful teams do every year. Right now, Kansas City has roughly $8 to $8.5 million in cap space, though they'll need around $10 million for their incoming draft class. That means restructures could still be coming. Possible candidates include George Karlaftis, Creed Humphrey,